Now, Lana, let me start from our reactions of organic compounds. Reactions of organic compounds. Reactions of organic compounds. Let's take this one. 1, 2, 3. Ngiqala la kuma alkenes. Because of their pi bond where electrons are delocalized, electrons are what happens? Uma kuza hydrogen, uma ueda hydrogen, it's a diatomic molecule, which means ihamba nga 2. In nature, ngeke uthole hydrogen ihamba yodwa, kodwa ihamba nga 2, hence we say H2. So ngamanye amazwi, uma sengidweba la ukuthi kwenzekani la kule triple bond, kwenzekani kuza hydrogen ebonde kwenye hydrogen, ibondiswe yini le ine high electron eyodwa nale ine electron eyodwa zakha ibond. Now uma zisondela la kuzokwenzekani na? Uma zisondela la seyisondelela kuzokwenzekani? Seyisondela kule pi bond, ngikhethe le yangaphezulu bengingakhetha nale yangaphansi. So iya ngokuthi iya ngakuphi, iya ngokuthi yikuphi la ingafoma khona ibond. Angikhethanga ngaphezulu ngoba ngithanda ukuthi iye ngaphezulu, nangaphansi that can happen. So uma yenza kanje, ama electrons ala azoriphelana, kusho ukuthi amanye alana azoza ngapha kakhulu. Uma eza ngapha kakhulu lama electrons awu2 alana ngoba ayariphelana azoza ngapha kakhulu. We should manje sekuzoba ne polarity of bonds. Lana will be minus slightly negative, nangalena ibe slightly negative. Uma iba eza ngapha kakhulu azoshiya emuva ku positive la, slightly positive. Nangapha ngoba engalena kakhulu azoshiya emuva ku slightly positive. Kusho ama electrons uma eriphelana ale bond nale bond, what happens? Lawa azoya ngapha kakhulu, angaya ngapha kakhulu futhi kuya ngokuthi ngikhethe ingapha, hayi ngoba kumele aye kulo hydrogen, angeza kulo hydrogen. Kodwa ufanele ukunderstand, uma eza kulo hydrogen kusho ukuthi i-carbon yona our electrons akhona azoya kwi-carbon opposite eyangaleni. So ngapha will have slightly negative, lana slightly negative, lana slightly positive, lana slightly positive. Kusho ukuthi meza eza ngapha kakhulu kuba negative kakhulu, ngapha kuba positive. Ngalena kuba negative, ngapha kuba positive. Then what happens? Mokwenzeka njalo bese kubreakeka i-bond. Uma sekwenzeke leyo polarization, kubreakeke le bond ngoba ku negative ku positive la bese kuya attractana, bese kusebenzisa la ama electrons to form a bond. Nalana ngoba ku positive ku negative la kuzobreakeka lapha na bond, bese kuyakheka kube nale attraction. Ekugcineni sesinalabo hydrogen ne double bond ileyana esele i-pi bond, bese labo hydrogen sebe bonded laphana sesinento nje. Ngiyayichaza nje yize bengalindela ukuthi uzoyichaza, kodwa ngebhadi mawufika e-tertiary bazothi chaza ukuthi kwenze njani. Bese mawufika e-tertiary ngiyacela ungabi unesibindi se-tertiary ungavakasheli le program i-masterclass. Iyakuyona iyokusiza, uyohlala ukuthi nje kancane e-tertiary uthi masterclass uhleke wedwa. So ngamanye amazwi we'll have this process. Bengichaza nje le process. Ngamanye amazwi la sesingaba nani na? Sesingaba no H double bond H charge. So ngoba si-edda u-hydrogen, eku-edeni u-hydrogen usually kusebenzisa i-catalyst, nickel catalyst is used. So ama-alkynes uma u-edda i-hydrogen kuwona buka-ke sowakha ini na, sowakha ini ama-alkanes. So in preparation of alkanes, you add hydrogen kuma alkynes. Sibiza leyo process where you add hydrogen. Sibiza sithi yini na? Hydrogenation. When you add hydrogen, we call it hydrogenation. So again, in language science manje. If alkynes undergo hydrogenation, then they will form alkenes. Hydrogenation of alkynes, then we get alkenes. You add hydrogen, kuma alkynes, then you form alkenes, not alkanes, bagwetu. Alkene. Why alkene? Ngoba manje sekunani manje, akusase triple bond, sekune double bond. So we call this alkenes. Now, when you hydrogenate alkenes, this should be in the presence of a nickel. So in nickel acts as a what? As a catalyst. Now, as long as kunabo pi bond, laba bawu-2 pi bond, laba uyetu pi bond. Ama-alkynes, ngoba nabo pi bond abawu-2, ama-alkenes ane-pi bond owodwa, siyathola ukuthi ama-alkynes are more reactive than alkenes. A-reactor kalula uma ufaka i-hydrogen, iwona anga-undergoa i-hydrogenation more than alkenes, ngoba they've got more pi bonds than alkenes. So alkynes are more reactive. Yini igama lalena na? This is ethine. When you hydrogenate ethine, that is an IUPAC name. When you hydrogenate ethine, you form what? Ethene. Ethene. Buka ke manje, we ethene. You can still further hydrogenate ethene. Why ungakwazi uku-edda? That is addition reaction. Lana si-edde i-hydrogen. Siyibiza sithi hydrogenation. Ake ngiyibhale bakwethu. Hydrogenation. Hey mnandi, wakha isizwe man, nation, wakha isizwe sama-hydrogen. More add hydrogen, wakha isizwe sama-hydrogen. So more add hydrogen, then you have a hydrogenation taking place, then it forms alkene. Kade kuona hydrogen ababili, sebe u-4 manje, u-edile, wakha isizwe sama-hydrogen. You can still add hydrogen. Ethene can still undergo hydrogenation. Then you form what? Says siyenza leya mpahla njengoba sokusi double bond leyana. Obviously, u-pi bond lo also ukhona ungaphansi. Ngoba phela leyana sokuqedile laphana. Uma ungaphansi u-edda i-hydrogen. Siyasinikeza nina C no C. Double single bonds. Sinaleya mpahla bakwethu. Yini lena na? Sine ethane. If you hydrogenate alkenes, you add hydrogen kuma alkenes, then you form alkanes. So we have itinsale sengiyenza nje ukuze nawe ungacabanga ukuthi ngiyakuropa. Cha, ngeke ngikuropa, ngikuropa kanjani bakwethu? Yini lena na? Ethane. Lena is an alkene, lena is an alkane. Usanga-edda yini kuma alkanes bakwethu? Ngeke ukwazi uku-eddeka kuma alkanes. Ama-alkanes akwazi uku-eddeka kuwona ngoba ama-alkanes awanawo o-pi bond. So ama-alkanes cannot undergo addition reaction. Lana ngoba kune-pi bond, we can still add hydrogen. Lana ngoba kune-pi bond ababili, we can still add hydrogen. Ake sithi ake sithi nakha u-eda i-halogen. Ama-halogens now are dipole, ama-halogens are diatomic. Awu cishe ngathi dipolar, qaba wethu. Diatomic, njengani? Br bahamba bawu-2, nani na? I bahamba bawu-2, nani? F bahamba bawu-2, nani? Cl bahamba bawu-2. All these are halogens. This one is chlorine, this one is bromine, and this one is iodine. Uyabona khona that in lena yina fluorine. That in. Nice thing. So ama-alkenes kuyenzeka unga-edi hydrogen mase befuna ukuganga-ke abantu bescience besene akhe i-chlorine Cl2 ake ngiyibhale ngaleya mpahla Cl ebonded ku-Cl. Esimene sinjalo uma u-eda u-Cl2 awu angisule lena angisale sengiyisula la vele sesiqedile ngale ma u-add u-Cl2 so nani na so no H labo Cl sebezongena lapha na enzansi la kade khona i-pi bond but ngaleya process kade ngiyichaza then you have Cl. Uyabona ke manje usuwakheni manje usuwakhe olunye uhlobo lama hydrocarbons usuwakhe elinye uhlobo lama organic compounds not hydrocarbons organic compounds. Iliphi lelo hlobo na yileli elinama halogens. These are haloalkane. Why but ama haloalkane? Alkane ngoba kunama single bonds between carbon. It's a halo ngoba kune halogen. Uma uyibiza so uzothini na 1,2-dichloro because it's an alkane you say ethane. 1,2-dichloroethane. So ke sihamba siyayiqaqa lento iyaqala manje iscience iba mnandi kakhulu ngoba sesidlala ngama compounds manje imnandi kakhulu ngiyathemba nawe umnandi ngoba nami njengoba ungibona nje angive ngimnandi shame ngimnandi ngalana ake size la kungenzeka sifake uH2 asikhulume ngealkyne enama triple bonds. I-alkyne enama triple bonds ake ngibeke kanje ngithi plus Br2 angibeke kanje Br2 ku-edeka u-Br2 la what will we have? So no CH sishilo sathi ezo edeka kumele kusale ise i-double bond ngoba isuka from triple bond so kuzo breakeka i-bond eyodwa asithi in this case ku breakeka le i-pi bond engaphansi sesizoba no Br Br sebehlephukile ngaleya process engichazile but nanso Br leya process yo slightly negative slightly positive naleya nayo kuya ngapha nalokho kuya ngapha kubreakeke lapha kudonseke bese kwenzeka leyo mpahla sesiyenzile sekwakhekani na generally yini le it's an halogen kodwa kune double bond between carbon halo what alkene. There is a difference between a haloalkane and a haloalkene. Once you add a halogen kuma alkynes you form a haloalkene. Once you add a halogen kuma alkenes you form a haloalkane. The difference in alkane single bonds between carbon, alkene double bond between carbon. yini igama lale? It's 1,2-dibromo 1,2-dibromo ethene. There you are. A haloalkene, it's when you add a halogen to an alkene, to an alkyne. A haloalkane, when you add a halogen to an alkene. Ibizwani ke le process yoku-add i-halogen. Bakwethu, si-add i-halogen. Generally, when you add a halogen, we call this halogenation. Uyalifaka leso sizwe, ufaka isizwe sama halogen. Halogenation. It's when you add a halogen. This is generally. Generally, ngiyabona banilimaza kwi-exam, kwi-memorandum. Bavesene bathi hayi noma ebhalile ke general ayikho inkinga. Mina nginayo inkinga personal. Ungazibuke kaphi. Nginenkinga. You cannot say this is halogenation go add chlorine. Generally bathi halogenation, but in actual fact ngoba kungena chlorine ibizwani na? Chlorination. Chlorination. Ayilana ngisuke so specific. Halogenation, chlorination. Halogenation, halogen. Chlorination, kungeni u-add when isizwe sama chlorine, chlorination. Yini igama lalena na? Bromination, when you add bromine, Br2, bromination, or what? Halogenation. Uyabona ukuthi halogenation lo muntu uzobe ngedidekile ngasazi ukuthi kodwa mawuthe chlorination so yazi specifically it's Cl2. Mawuthe bromination specifically is Br2. Tisha ngicela ukubuza sewufundisile ngechlorination nebromination lena kungayini na? This one iodination, lena fluorination. When you add iodine, iodination. When you add fluorine, fluorination. So we call that into njalo. So ama alkenes unga-add i-chlorine, unga-add i-bromine, or generally unga-add ama halogens. Lana kwi-double bond bakwethu unga-add i-chlorine, unga-add i-halogen ehamba ne-hydrogen. Oh bakwethu, i-halogen ehamba ne-hydrogen. Yo. HBr. Asithathe la. Hydrogen ehamba ne-halogen. Kuzokwakhekani la? Sizoba nento nje si single bond H. Bese ke u-hydrogen abela noma abe ngale, ne-bromine abela noma abe ngale. Kodwa eyodwa izoba ngapha, eyodwa ibe ngapha. Lana manje i-halogen ihamba ne-hydrogen, ayihambi yodwa. So sibiza le process la ku-add HBr, you add hydrogen and halogen. Base bethi yini na? Halogenation. Halogenation. You add halogenation. Or you can say ngoba ethi bromination. Hydrobromination. Ngamanye amazwi la mo add amone alkene, ethene, bese add i-bromine, then you'll have i-hydrogen ne-bromine, then you'll have hydrobromination. Yini igama lalena na? It's bromoethane. Bromoethane or add a hydrobromination. ake sithathe le awu edanga u-BR2 ake sithi ufake u-HI HI kulo HI kwi-ethyl you will form C double sekuzosala sekuyi-double bond H asifake phezulu manje makudawunkeka H no I. So yini lena na? It's a halogenation. Halogenation. You are adding hydrogen and halogen. Halogenation. Or unga add say hydroiodination. Hydroiodination. Ini kamalale when you hydroiodinate an ethyl. I like that just in case. When you hydroiodinate an ethyl, you understand when I was in chemistry, yaka grade 12. When I obuga in MasterClass. When you hydroiodinate ethyl, wakanina iodoethene. This is iodoethene. When you hydroiodinate ethyl, you form iodoethene. Right. Now, I guess it again. Sinesime sinje bakwethu. Kuyenzeka uthi une ihalo alkane bese iya reactor nenye compound siyeza kulawa ma reaction nenye compound I react ngalendlela ukuthi kuphume uHBr. Obviously uBr uyothatha lo H hola uthatha uHBr. Ngamanye amazwi these ama halo alkane kuyenzeka ngesinye isikhathi kususwe le halogen no hydrogen eseduze kwayo isuke meyisuka bese kubuyela la double bond sibe nento enje siya reverse manje sibuyele emuva ungawu-add uHBr uwakhe lento noma remove uHBr uwakhe ethene. In this case it's an ethene plus, so khiphe phela uHBr siyakhipha ke manje yamnandi le ndaba uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini ngithi so memnandi into sithini na right. Sine halo alkane. Yini kama lena sithe i-bromo ethane. Le bromo ethane uyakwazi ukukhipha uHBr. Thisha ngicela ukubuza ungabakhipha yini labo H ababili na? Ama halo alkanes. La khona i-halogens, that is where they react. That is why functional group halo alkanes is where there is halogen. That is where the reaction takes place. That is a reactive site where they react. So mo bheka nje halogen bathola khona le yamgwenya. So wakalento. Now ngokukhipha uHBr sibiza sithi yini na? Sithi this is dehydrobromination. Dehydrohalogenation. Maybe dehydro uyikhiphi yiko lokusithini na u-D. Mina if benguwena mengisekhaya nje mengibhala u-D bese ngithi na khiphi yani yawo bakwethu uyakhipha la khiphi yani Dehydro mo etamanzi sithi it undergoes sibiza sithi hydration. Mo khipha amanzi, dehydration. Ingane yami iyagula phela iseyiluza amanzi amaningi, dehydrate. Yebo, removal of water. We'll come back to that one. Benyukhalisa nje. So ke dehydrogenation or sesi general manje halogenation. So uma alkenes haloalkanes undergo hydrogenation, they form alkenes and halogen, so it forms HBr in this case. So if you want to prepare, if you want to form, if you want to build, we say preparation, prepare, you form, you build, you work, you build. If you want to build alkanes, it's either you add hydrogen, alkynes, you hydrogenate alkynes, or you dehalogenate haloalkanes. You remove halogen from haloalkanes to form ethene or to form alkenes, or you add hydrogen, alkynes, you form alkenes. That is a preparation yakho. Right. Siyaqhubeka lapha. Amaxhosa athi senze njani na? Sihlabela mgama. Ngisayixoxa nje le ndaba imnandi kakhulu bawethu. Imnandi kakhulu. Imnandi kakhulu. Asithathe le simo esinje. Angiqale ngayo le. Plus H2O. This is an alkene. You add water to an alkene. In addition of water, we call this process hydration. Hydration. It's when you add water. Undergo addition ngoba kune double bond between carbon. Undergo addition ngoba kune double bond between carbon. We call that hydration. So amanzi anjani na? Ake siveze la H and OH. The structure samanzi la. Now, uma edeka la kwenzeka nina, you will have into engine sizoba no C H H H H. Lapha nenzansi kuzongena uH la bese la kungena ini uOH. Lapha nenzansi kuzongena uH la kungena OH la. Or kungangena uH la kungena kodwa uH uhamba uwodwa uOH bahambe nawo beyabodwana. So we'll have uH ezongena lana noOH angene ngalena. Ngaleya same process kade ngikhuluma ngayo. So buka ke manje unani une alkene. Alkene usakhela ini manje na alcohols. Alkene, when you hydrate alkene, when you add water kuma alkene, you form alcohols. Preparation of alcohols is when you add water to alkenes. We'll have ethene. Ethene, you add water with ethene, then you form ethanol. You add water, kuma alkenes, you form alcohols. Preparation of alcohols. When you add water, kuma alkenes, you form alcohols. Obviously, when you remove water from alcohols, if alcohols undergo dehydration, you remove water, dehydration, you lose water, dehydration. When you remove water from an alcohol, you form an alkene and OH, H2O is formed. Sengikhuluma nge-reverse process yalapha. So sesingathini na? Alkenes plus H2O yields alcohols. Alcohols minus H2O, you form alkenes. Alkenes plus H2O gives us alcohol. But alcohol minus H2O, you form alkenes. So this is how ungayibuka ngayo. Now, ake ngilungise le part le. If you take, for example, I learn about it exam. If you take, for example, you take a haloalkane, a reactor with a dilute base. What will it form? If you take a haloalkane, a reactor with concentrated base, what will it form? Let's say this is scenario A, scenario B. Yokwenza leyo scenario A no scenario B. Asiqale nge-haloalkane and dilute base. Okay. Let's use a haloalkane. It reacts with a KOH, a dilute. This is a base, a dilute. Now, if a base, a dilute, it reacts with a haloalkane, okuzokwenzeka ngoba it's dilute, okuzokwenzeka uBr uzoya endaweni ka-OH, u-OH aze endaweni ka-Br. Br uze endaweni ka-OH, u-OH aze endaweni ka-Br. Sizoba ne-structure esinje. See. masifakile ke u-OH, u-Br uyongena endaweni yakho, sesizoba nani no-KBr. Now siyibizani le reaction enje lapha ulo aye endaweni yalo, lo aye endaweni yayo. Mokudlalwa ibhola khona leli player lidlalayo elibozayo eligudi lilapha ebhenchini, bese siyakhala sithi hey, khipha lo sebhenchini angene, lo dlalayo obozayo abuyele ebhenchini ayihlala lapha. Kusho ukuthi manje ngokwento kuzothi nje mesuka lo ayosuka ikhona kubehlangana laphana, fanele babe u11 phela phakathi, fanele asuke lo asuke laphana ebhenchini azothatha indawo kalo, lo ayothatha indawo yalaphana ebhenchini. Ngesingisi sithi kwenzeka i-substitution. Kusho ukuthi ngohlobo lwe-reaction elula i-substitution reaction, which means uma ama-haloalkanes reactor with dilute base, it can be potassium hydroxide, it can be sodium hydroxide. Kodwa uma ixutshwe namanzi leyo base, i-substitution reaction takes place. Kwakhekani lana na sesinani na 1 2 3 4 5 2 pentanol, 2 pentanol, or singathini na pentan-2-ol plus KPR. That is a substitution reaction. Ubona ngani ukuthi it's a substitution reaction? I-base should be dilute. If it's dilute, kwenzeka ini na substitution reaction. Bayithanda lento kwi-exam. Ngamanye amazwi, another way of preparation of a base, an alcohol, ekwakheni ama-alcohol bahlanganisa ama-hydrocarbons, bawahlanganisa ne-dilute base bese bakha ama-alcohol. Indlela eziningi zokwakha ini ama-alcohol. You take a haloalkane, you mix it with a dilute base. This is still scenario A. Dilute base. Then it forms an alcohol and an inorganic. This one is inorganic compound. Inorganic compound. This one is organic. This one is organic. It's inorganic, number one. This one, I know carbon. This one is organic because we have carbon chains. And we know that carbon chains are tolagala in all living organisms. So hence it's a organic compound. They might say a certain what you are given intention. Basically, write the name of inorganic compound that is produced. So the name potassium bromide. How to show you potassium bromide? How do you lapana? We labang in naming of compounds. So it's grade 10. Nuts. Yabuya manj. Potassium bromide. Good reaction. Write the IUPAC name of organic compound that is formed. IUPAC name. Pentan-2-ol. Organic. Be careful. Organic, inorganic. Generally. In a show, get we told in textbook. Got we exam yambozo. Scenario B. Scenario P. Again, the scenario P, but wait. PR. What if it's a concentrated base? Concentrated base. Yabona ngiphala khona okuzoyenzeka uzungadideki. You meet a concentrated base. If a base is concentrated, kikhona ezokwenza. You take uBr uzo-affecteka. Kodwa uzo-affecteka nani na? Nalo hydrogen. If you use a concentrated base, la kukhona i-halogen kuzo-affecteka. Kodwa uyothatha leya hydrogen, ngisazochaza ukuthi why. Uma ufake concentrated base, kuzophuma lo HBr. HBr that will be formed. Plus, sesinani la 1, 2, 3 double bond C. Sesinento nje. Sesine alkene. Uma i-concentrated base, i-base ekwenzayo i-remova u-HBr. Lolu hlobo le-reaction loku-remova, we call it elimination reaction. To eliminate is to remove. Hey, mawungathi uhambe emnyameni uhlangana nabantu bathi asimi-eliminate. Baleka! Ngoba bathi asikususe la emhlabeni, bayakususa. Elimination reaction, which means if the base is concentrated, then elimination reaction will take place. But if the base is dilute, then substitution reaction will take place. Uzoyikhumbula kanjalo. The best that it can do, ngoba it's concentrated, iyasusa, eliminates. Kodwa ngoba phela ayinawo amandla kangako, it's dilute, ixuthwe namanzi. The best that it can do is to substitute. Ungayithathela yona bese uyayinikeza. Kodwa uma i-concentrated kuyiyona yodwa, hayi ngeke uyithathele. Ekwenzayo yona iyasusa. Isusani na? u-HBr. Isinikeza leyana. Bakwethu, why isusa le hydrogen? Hayi lo. Kukhona lenye indoda yase-Russia. Sengikhuluma ama-Russians manje, baphatheke kabi. Bathi hayi ase-Ukraine. Hayi, yenye indoda ingakabi khona kuse-USSR. Leyo ndoda isibongo sakhe uMakovnikov. Bazi bathi Makovnikov rule nje. Ikhona lento kade ibona. Njalo mekwenzeka i-elimination reaction, i-halogen ithatha kwi-hydrogen e-bonded kwi-carbon enabo hydrogen number less. Lana o-hydrogen bawu more, 1, 2, 3. Lena bawu 2. So ithatha ku-hydrogen, ijwayele ukuthatha kakhulu kwi-hydrogen enabo carbon, enabo hydrogen number less. Ithatha kwi-carbon enabo hydrogen. This is 2, this is 3. Ikwazi ukuthatha la. Ngoba lena le bond lana hydrogen carbon bond, it's less than here. Lana is very strong. Akulula ukuthi iphuce le ngwenya. Akulula ukuthi iphuce le ngwenya njengoba i-bonded ku hydrogen about 3 nje. So ithatha kulaba abancane. So ke uma i-eliminator kuthatha u-Br no hydrogen ne carbon enabo hydrogen about 2. Tisha ngicela ukubuza manje manje ungeke yini kule structure sinje njenge manje ngiyayibuzela nje ngiyaxolisa ukubuza kakhulu ngiyaxolisa manje ngiyazi ukuthi mhlawumbe kuzophatha kabi mekubuza kakhulu. I-elimination la ingenza yiphi side la ingathatha kuyona bakwethu ayina choice. Kuyomele ukuthi izame ukuthatha whether la noma ngale. Kodwa uma ifika to a compound where kutholakala ukuthi kune i-carbon enabo hydrogen about 3 ne-carbon enabo hydrogen about 2, hayi akuleyo hydrogen about 2 i-eliminate. lana ayina choice noma kanjani kumele eliminated izolwa izithathe lawo hydrogen. So we have that. So ngamanye amazwi sesinani lana na asibeke igama lalena is 2-pentene or pent-2-ene. So igama lale compound plus hydrogen bromide. So singakhohlwa uma i-haloalkane i-reacta with a dilute base kwenzeka i-substitution reaction. Uma i-haloalkane i-reacta with concentrated base kwenzeka i-elimination reaction. Yabona mese i-eliminator yikho lokhu ngibhale la ngoba i-product yangalena ayisuki kule KOH. Umsebenzi we-KOH ukuthi nje kususe ku-HBr. I-product yangalena sokusuka konke lokhu kulesa structure. Kanti if it was a dilute base eyodwa iqhamuka kulesa structure ekuyilento eyodwa iqhamuka nakuyona, yikho lokhu siyibhale as KBr. So we have something of that nature. So this is how ama reaction take place. Next time uma sesizohlangana ke manje we'll look at examination type questions ukuthi manje sesikwazi konke lokhu kade ngikhuluma ngakho akubuza kanjani ke exam. Uyohleka wedwa uyobona uyowenza kanje ngobhozo unwa indlebe yakho ngani na ngobhozo uzwe kumnandi kakhulu. So we'll continue with that. Thank you.